So this is a legal document. It has a certificate on it, and it was done in New Jersey after the parents came from Germany, and it's in German and Latin with gold leaf, and it's for my great grandmother Bertha Amelia Alvine, anyway, Reich, Reek, R-I-E-A-K, and it's got some really pretty Bible verse or something down here in German, and then it's got all this Latin everywhere else. It's real pretty. And why am I showing you this with this primitive time? Well, I wanted to show some of the furniture that I inherited from her father-in-law and my great-great-grandmother, two greats, the Fairchild side, and see how everything curves and is worn in places, and it might be cherry or it might be maple, but it's really pretty. And I have a concrete floor, and it's not pretty in a lot of places. And this is my mother's vision of what would be pretty on this chair. She did this in 1969. She had this covered, and we never sat on it unless company came. And I need to dust it, but I decorate with dust, so there you go. And it's next to a piece of cherry that belonged to my mother-in-law, and it's very French. And so I don't know where these chairs came from. They might have been Pennsylvania. They might have been somewhere else. The back are straight. The front are curvy, a little bit. And this is hand carved and fancy looking. And the Union soldier who was my great-great-great-grandfather, James G. Smith, was a carpenter. And I don't know, maybe he made this chair. You just never know when you've got family that will not tell you what happened, when, or where. But it's got an outline of something pretty on the inside that reminds me of a cow. And I was hoping that it might be a chair that is maybe not East Lake, but Hancock or something else, you know, some kind of name from out north. They did live, he was a conductor. The man who owned this chair was a conductor. And his wife was the daughter of a Union soldier, and he was a son of an abolitionist. Israel Fairchild gave birth to, or not gave birth, but fathered George Francis Fairchild, the conductor of a railroad, and he ended up in Minnesota and is buried in Minnesota. And his son was an engineer, and his grandson was an engineer. And then my dad went into the Navy in 1945. So that was the end of that. But there's like a fleur-de-lis in the center of this. So it's very French. And then the pinwheels is very Dutch. So I don't know. What do you think about this chair? Have you ever seen one like it? I have 3 chairs that go with this chair. It has the same design on the top. And one is a platform rocker. And one looks very much like an East Lake chair with tufts and braid and everything else. But on the side, it's got this beautiful piece, and where the arm is, to strengthen it. Okay.